The following is a special sports presentation of UltimateSportsTalk.com. UltimateSportsTalk.com and WDTZ LPFM 98.1 in Delhi Township now presents Mount St. Joseph University basketball. Today's game from the Harrington Center is brought to you by the Mount St. Joseph University, Audacity, Dayton Children's Hospital, the Roar Store, and UltimateSportsTalk.com, along with WDTZ LPFM. Now it's time for Mount St. Joseph University basketball. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everyone. The final day of the year 2022, and the Lions are in action this afternoon at the Harrington Center for the final time this part of the season against the Defiance Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets are 5-5 overall. They are 0-3 in Heartland Conference play. Meanwhile, the Lions come into this one this afternoon with a record of 2-8 on the year, and they are 1-2 in Heartland Conference play. Welcome to the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University, where the Lions have sported a 2-1 record here this season at home. The Lions have lost 4 in a row and 7 of their last 8, not included in this streak, as they lost last week in an exhibition game at Cleveland against Cleveland State and the Vikings, 78-48. But the stats and the loss don't count in the records. The Lions last played in the St. Andrews Classic at Trine in Angola, Indiana before Christmas, and they lost both games there on Friday to Albion 70-57, and then on Saturday to host Trine 65-48, although that score is not indicative of the kind of game that was. The Lions only scored 8 points in the last 10 minutes of the contest, and Trine pulled away for the victory in that one. Albion scored 17 fast break points on Friday night off of 29 turnovers in the win. The Lions then committed 19 turnovers compared to a season-low 9 by the Britons. Luke Collinsworth had 16 points in that ball game. He was the only Lion in double figures. Jack Collart led the Lions against Trine with 12 points, but it was another turnover-plagued ball game as the Lions had 16 giveaways, leading to 20 Thunder points in the contest. Collinsworth still leads the Mount in scoring at 15.5 points a game, but he is not in the starting lineup today. He has got an injured thumb. He is no longer in the starting lineup. He'll come off the bench, and Nate Kratzer is taking his spot in the starting lineup. In the meantime, Kelvin Turner scores 11 for the Lions coming into this one. Dane Gardner leads the team with 5.5 rebounds per ball game heading into this one this afternoon against the Yellow Jackets. The last conference game the Lions played was 3 weeks ago, and it was a win in overtime against Rose Hallman. They won that ball game on the strength of the Lions being able to hit three-point shots, and they didn't turn the basketball over. Evan Wehie is one of the big reasons that the Lions are shooting as well as they are from three-point range at 33.2%. Wehie averaging 8 a game. I had a chance to talk with him prior to this afternoon's contest.
Evan Wehie, our guest here on the pregame show. Evan, first of all, your shot has really started to come around over the last few games. What have you done from the beginning of the year to now to help get that improvement in your shot?
Well, I think, first of all, my teammates give me a lot of confidence. They expect every shot that I go in, every time that I shoot, it's going to go in. And just continually working in practice. We do a lot of shooting drills, like 30 minutes of shooting drills before practice before we get into it. So Coach Kerrigan does a good job of getting us shots in practice. And then, obviously, we get shots up on our own with the gun. So, just keep shooting, keep trying to get better, and hopefully we can turn this into wins.
You know, it's kind of like baseball. 3 out of 10, you're a star. 5 out of 10 in basketball, you're a star also.
100%. 40% is really good. 4 out of 10 is really good for any shooter.
Yep.
So.
That's true. Now, as you look at this team, Evan, what have you seen the improvements? I know the turnovers have been a problem. Toby and I have talked about that for a long time now over the last month. But what have you guys done to try to improve that problem?
I think it's just getting to play with each other. A lot of the guys that are playing this year are freshmen. And we lost Dev, we lost Brady and Tanner and all those guys that played that knew the system for 4 years. So it was just getting them acclimated to the system and playing with each other more often. In practice, you could tell we're starting to become more comfortable with our offense. We're running our sets way better, our pace is way better, and we're getting great looks. We just got to be able to knock it down.
How much has Turner helped you with your shooting? I mean, he's open on one wing, you're open on the other, and you can't guard everybody.
It's great to have somebody else who's able to come in and knock down shots and spread the defense out. We're able to get whatever we want. And then when he's ready to go, I'm ready to be in the corner. If he's ready to pass, I drive, he's ready to shoot all the time. So it's just good to have a 1-2 combination.
It's funny when you're shooting well, it seems you're more open, isn't it?
Always. It's weird. It's weird. Teams try to defend me when I'm not shooting, but then when I am shooting, I'm like, okay, keep shooting.
Evan, this is a big game here today against Defiance.
It is. No, last time they came in here, it was pretty bad. We heard in the locker room after the game. It wasn't a good loss. So today we're looking to come and make a statement after Christmas break. So
how in the world do you guys stop Jordan?
Team effort. It's going to be a team. All 5 guys got to be locked in on him. We know he's going to take a lot of shots, whether they're going to be good shots or bad shots. And then once he shoots, we all got to find a body and make sure we get him to hold him one shot.
What's your major in, Evan?
Sports management. Ready to graduate this semester.
This semester?
Semester coming up.
Nice job. You going to go for your master's after this?
Yeah, I'm coaching.
All right. Good luck today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I know they've tried to talk him out of that, but anybody who wants to get into coaching, believe me, it is a tough profession. Just ask Toby Kerrigan and Josh Gibson, the 2 head coaches here this afternoon for the Mount and Defiance here today. Well, as we told you, the Lions, after this, they'll be back in action on Wednesday night against Hanover. We'll have that game for you here on UltimateSportsTalk.com alone, and it will also be on YouTube as it will be here at the Harrington Center. Lions have lost 7 of 8, and they've lost 4 in a row coming into this one with a record of 2-8 on the year, and they are 1-2 in Heartland Conference play. When we come back, we'll talk about Defiance. We'll do that right after this.
Now on the Mount St. Joseph campus, it's the Roar Store. Located in the Harrington Center, the Roar Store is designed to meet the needs of our students, whether it's spiritware, gifts, or snacks. But the Roar Store is more. They offer everything from notebooks to laundry detergent, even brake fluid and tire repair, plus a wide range of food and drink. And it's just a walk away. It's not just a bookstore, it's an everything store. The Roar Store in the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University.
Teaching is my calling. So when I needed to renew my license, I chose Mount St. Joseph University. The Mount offers the only program in the state of Ohio that allows you to combine 2 education endorsements to earn a graduate degree. In less than 2 years, I combined the reading and gifted intervention specialist endorsements. Classes were convenient, fully online, and I received personal attention from my professors. The Mount helped me climb higher in my career. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/Ohio.
Right back here at the Harrington Center, I'm Dave Mitchell. Hope each and every one of you have a very happy New Year. Be careful out there tonight. Well, Defiance comes into this one. They're one of those teams that they love to score, and they don't play a whole lot of defense. Inside the conference, they are giving up almost 90 points a game and 80 points overall. Before the season, the Heartland announced who they thought would the hierarchy in the basketball poll taken by the coaches, and Defiance was ranked 6th in the 10-team league. Right behind them was the Mount. So Defiance was favored to get into the tournament after the end of the year, and the Mount is not. But Defiance has got one of those players that, boy, you can hang your hat on, and he'll carry you as far as you will let him. And that is Marcel Jordan. Jordan, in the year, he is leading the conference in scoring. Jordan is at 21.2 points per ball game. He averaged almost 19 points a game last year. He's also got beside him Dejani Beeman, Kiwan Graham, and also sophomores Sherrod Brooks and Landon Swander. Now those are the players to watch. Swander and Jordan are probably one of the top 3 duos in the Heartland Conference this year. 2 weeks ago, Swander was named the Heartland's Player of the Week. The Gas City, Indiana native exploded for a career-high 33 during a Yellow Jacket win over Olivet on December 14th. Swander also set a career best for field goals made and knocked down 5 3-pointers. Swander was the 2nd Yellow Jacket to earn the weekly honor during the season's first 6 weeks, joining senior Jordan in the first week of the year. Unlike the Mount, though, Defiance has won 3 in a row, and that's all outside the conference. Olivet by 12, St. Vincent by 3, 75-72. And then the overtime win over Immaculata, 70-69. Late in that ball game against Immaculata, Swanner scored the game winner with 3 seconds left. Then Jones officially sealed the victory as he blocked Immaculata's game-winning attempt. Jordan missed a layup at the buzzer to send the game into overtime, tied at 57. Johnson then drained 2 from downtown to give the Yellow Jackets a 4-point lead with 3 minutes left in the overtime. The Macs had 2 free throws to tie the game at 65 with a minute 31 left, and then the Macs would hit 2 more free throws to take a 69-68 lead with 28 seconds left, but that left the Yellow Jackets right down the floor, and they executed their play for the win. The last time these two teams met was right here at the Harrington Center, and it was back on January the 26th of 2022. Defiance won it by 7, 67-60. Jordan played in that game, but the game earlier in the year, the Lions won at Defiance by 10, and Jordan was out of that ball game with COVID, so he didn't play in that one. Now this will be the 45th meeting between these two clubs coming into this one. The Jackets have won 23, and they have lost 21. The Lions, though, have won 8 of the last 10 and split with the Jackets last year. And these two teams are going to play again on a Wednesday night, January 25th, and that will be up in Northwest Ohio at Defiance. Josh Gibson, the ex-Urbana coach, is in his second year as head coach in Defiance. He is 16-16 overall and 9-9 in the Heartland Conference. Gibson returns to coach Defiance after finishing 3rd in the Heartland Conference a year ago behind Hanover and Rose-Hulman after they finished 11-11 overall. Gibson's most recent head coaching position, as I said, was at D2 Urbana University during the 19 and 20 season. And in April of 2020, however, Urbana closed its doors, and last season Gibson served as an assistant coach at Indiana University before taking over the job here at Defiance. Toby Kerrigan in his 11th year, 135 wins, 145 defeats, and he is 98-92 inside the Heartland Conference. I'm Dave Mitchell. A lot happening around the campus of Mount St. Joseph University. We'll talk about that and more coming up next.
Dayton Children's cares about the health of your children. Hi, I'm Kirk Herbstreit. Growing up in Centerville, my parents taught me the importance of being healthy, and now I'm teaching my kids. Childhood obesity is on the rise, but there are small steps that we can take to fight it. Turn off video games and go outside, ride bikes, go to the park, or learn a new dance. Parents, once we get moving, our kids will follow. Get moving!
Dayton Children's, experts you trust, caring for the children you love.
When I needed to renew my teaching license, Mount St. Joseph University offered the only program in Ohio that allowed me to combine 2 education endorsements to earn a graduate degree fully online. The Mount helped me climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/Ohio.
Well, there's a lot happening around the campus this week, even though the school is not in session for a couple of more weeks. Our next broadcast game is coming up on Wednesday night, January the 4th, here at the Harrington Center against Hanover. We'll be on the air with the pregame show at 7 and the tip-off at 7:30. That game will only be broadcast on UltimateSportsTalk.com and YouTube. In football, for the first time since the 2007 season, Mount St. Joseph has been represented on the College Sports Communicators Second Team Academic All-America list by center Danny Mabe. Danny excelled both on and off the field for the Lions this season. As a management major, Danny finished with a 3.9 GPA. On the field, Mabe was the leader for the Lions offensive line. He has missed just 1 game in the last 3 seasons, starting 26 of a possible 27 games. Mabe led the way for the AFCA first-team All-American, Cornell Beecham Jr., and quarterback Josh Taylor, as the Lions offense broke numerous school records. The Mount Wrestling team is 4-6 in dual meets, and they'll be back in action coming up Wednesday night at 7 for a dual meet with Ohio Northern. The Lions women's basketball team showed stellar defense on Wednesday night at the Harrington Center as they came away with a 5.70-65 victory over the Eagles of Ansbury University. The Lions are now 4-5 overall and are playing right now in Defiance in a Heartland Conference game. And that game is at the half, and they are all knotted up at 19. That game tipped off at 2 o'clock this afternoon, so we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that contest coming into this afternoon's ball game. A look at the women's standings heading into this afternoon. Transylvania on top of things in the conference with a 5-0 mark. They are also ranked second in the national poll this week. Hanover is in second place at 4-0. Then comes the Mount at 3-1. Manchester and Anderson each are 4-2. Franklin is at 2-1. Bluffton 3-3. Earlham 2-2. Defiance 2-3. And Rose is at the bottom. Don't forget, everybody has 2 wins given to them this year because Rose Holman has dropped the women's basketball program. So that means if we sit back and take a look at what has happened over the past couple of days in women's collegiate basketball around the Heartland Conference. On Friday night, Manchester won 70-52, and on Thursday night, look at the scoreboard, it was Transy over Wisconsin Lutheran College, 53-45, and in Berea, Baldwin Wallace destroyed Manchester by a score of 74-36. And today, around the league in basketball action, Anderson will be at Spalding, and Earlham will be at Franklin. That Earlham-Franklin game is the only other conference game scheduled this afternoon for women's basketball. For the men, over the past couple of days, here's a look at the scores. On Thursday night, it was Penn State Brerand losing to Manchester 77-73. And New York University got by Hanover big, 78-60 in that ball game. That was all on Thursday night. On Friday night, last night, it was Manchester defeating Otterbein, or losing to Otterbein, 70-60, and it was Hanover winning in their ball game, 87-74. Today, here's a look at the schedule. There are 2 other conference games scheduled for today. Bluffton at Anderson, and Franklin is at Earlham. So, taking a look at the men's standings coming into this afternoon's ball game, Manchester on top of things with a 4-0 record. Then comes Anderson at 3-0, Hanover at 3-1, Franklin 2-1, Rose Holman is 2-2, Bluffton 1-2, the Mount 1-2, and then Transylvania 1-3, Defiance and Earlham are each at 0-3. So if you look at the standings, the Mount would be tied with Bluffton for that last spot in the conference tournament, which will be coming up toward the beginning of February. I'm Dave Mitchell. It's about 10 minutes before the tip-off of this afternoon's ball game. Let's take a look at some scores that are happening around NCAA basketball, or football, Division I action. Alabama is beating up on Kansas State 42-13. And they have just started the 4th quarter in that ball game. Kentucky losing to Iowa 21-0. TCU and Michigan will play in the first college football semifinal this afternoon at 4 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, it's Ohio State taking on Georgia. And then later on this evening, Mississippi State will be playing Illinois, and LSU takes on Purdue. Later tonight, Tulane will be at USC. Checking out the NCAA basketball scores. Big one today with Xavier defeating Connecticut in their ball game. And that was a close one up until the very end. But Xavier ended up winning that contest this afternoon at home by a final score. Well, they don't actually have the final score up here on our search, so we won't give you that final score, and we'll do that. We'll look at all the final scores in college basketball coming up here when we return right after this timeout.
At Mount St. Joseph University, our mission is to provide students with an affordable, world-class education in a safe, comfortable, private school setting. Nearly 100% of our incoming undergraduate students receive scholarships, grants, or financial aid. And with small class sizes and a 98% undergraduate career placement rate, the Mount leads the way in educational value and student success. Discover your potential. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Boy, a good crowd showing up here this afternoon at the Harrington Center for this one with the Defiance Yellow Jackets. As we take a look at the NCAA basketball scores here today, let's go over those right away. And so far, the final scores this afternoon included Louisville losing to Kentucky 86-63. It was Texas Tech losing to TCU 67-61. Here's the game I was looking for. Xavier defeated Connecticut this afternoon by 10, 83-73. Danny Hurley of Connecticut, their coach, got a technical late in that ball game, and that really spurred Xavier on to the victory. Virginia over Georgia Tech 74-56 in games that are happening earlier today in those final scores. Well, Defiance is 5-5. They're 0-3 in the conference coming into this one, 5-2 in non-conference games under head coach Josh Gibson. They are 2-2 on the road and 3-3 at home. Inside the conference, Defiance is giving up a league-high 90 points per ball game. They seem to like to get the ball out and run, which means the Lions need to be big off the glass today and shut down the running game of the Jackets. They shoot 25 threes per game, and they are unconscious about shooting them. They'll also hit about a third of them in every game. They need a win in the conference just like the Lions do, and that's going to be big here on the road. Defiance averages 74.6 a game offensively, and they are giving up 80.7 overall defensively. For the Mount, they're 2-8, 1-2 in the Heartland Conference. Toby Kerrigan in his 11th year has steered the Lions to a 2-1 record here at home, but they are winless on the road at 0-7. The Mount needs a win, and they've lost 7 of their last 8, but their lone win did come here at the Harrington Center inside the conference against Rose-Hulman 3 weeks ago. And the Lions' big key for today, they have got to stop the turnovers, and that's giving up easy points to their opponents. Lions getting ready to take this one on, and we had a chance to talk with head coach Toby Kerrigan about this afternoon's ball game earlier today.
Well, Coach, today it's Defiance. First of all, how was your Christmas? Let's just hit you with that. How was that, since we haven't seen each other in a couple weeks?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Kids had a good Christmas. That's what matters, right? So, yeah, it was all good. Yeah.
I don't really want to talk a lot about Cleveland State, but coming out of that game last Wednesday night up in Viking Arena, what did you come out of it feeling about your team?
Did you know at one point we went on a 23-13 run against them? So,
Yes, I did.
We did some good things defensively and did some good things offensively. Obviously, you can't start out the way we started. We missed some open looks. But, I mean, that game is they let us come up there and play, and we try to give them something, and hopefully we did. We made them guard us a little bit. I think we did a decent job on them, defensively. So hopefully they got something out of it. That's their goal, and for us too. It's it's just nice for our guys to play in a big arena and play against that level once a year.
All right, turnovers have been a problem. We've talked about that almost ad nauseum after ball games over the past month now. But when you practice, is it something that's habitual, Toby, or how do you get around the turnovers that have been created by this team?
I think a lot of it is just making good decisions. I mean, we talk about that a lot. Like just make easy passes, hit singles, don't hit home runs.
Mm-hmm.
What we talk about more than anything is live ball turnovers. Can't have live ball turnovers that lead directly to offensive opportunities or us having to get into transition defense. And so those are the ones that have really hurt us over the past couple games.
And what do you do in practice to try to remedy that?
Don't turn the ball over. I mean, a lot of times it's just about focus on what you're doing, and not trying to do too much. I mean, that's really a lot of times that's what it comes down to. Just make easy plays, keep the ball moving. Don't try to do too much. Don't over dribble. Make easy passes. Don't try to make home run passes. And a lot of times if you do that, you'll limit your turnovers.
You know, I know practice is different than games and everything, but still practice is the most important thing. How have you felt they've come along here in the last couple of weeks in practice with that?
Well, good. I mean, you know, we're still playing some guys that are new to the game, and it feels like everything's slowing down for them. And a lot of times that's where a lot of turnovers come in, where the game's just going too fast. You're trying to do too much, and so you know, that'll just keep getting better as each practice that we have.
Nate Kratzer, you're moving him into the starting lineup. I know you started him against Trine, but now you've got him in the starting lineup today at center. What, to me, it looks like he has really improved each and every ball game. What are you seeing out of him right now?
I mean, 100%. And on both ends of the floor. He's done a great job of paying attention to what we're asking him to do and trying to do it. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, we can talk till we're blue in the face and tell you to do this, do that, but if you don't ever try to do those things or can't do those things, then nothing will change. But he from day one to what he's been able to do now is you know, is because he's working at it and he's trying to do what we're asking him to do on both ends.
You've got Defiance coming in here today, and under Gibson, as you said off tape, they do a lot of different things. What do you expect out of them today?
That's the problem. I have no idea. They've done a ton of different things defensively, both man and zone, full court, half court. They're really good in transition on offense, but they run a bunch of really good stuff in the half court. So we've spent the last 4 days trying to cover a lot of stuff and trying to prepare offensively for different things that they might throw at us defensively. So we'll just have to be ready to adjust to whatever they try to do.
Toby Jordan's the leading scorer in the conference. He's the guy that, no matter if they're running or setting it up, he's the guy that they want his hands on the ball at the end of the shot clock, isn't it?
Right, yeah. I mean, he can score getting to the rim. He can shoot the pull-up. He can make open threes. And in the full court, he is super hard to handle. So limiting our live ball turnovers where they're not getting it out and going and getting it to him will be a big key for us today, because once he has it in the open court, he's going 100 miles an hour, but under control. And can really finish at the rim.
How do you try to contain or stop a guy like that?
You got to have 5 guys guarding him in transition. So when he's got the ball, like, you can't be worried about you better be in help in the gap so he doesn't get downhill and make him give the ball up and then close out and try to take the threes away, which, you know, they're good at. They got a lot of guys around him that can shoot it. So that's why they're hard to handle offensively.
This is a big conference game for both schools, isn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. You got to win at home. You know, you got to win conference games at home. So yeah, it's tough to say it's a must-win. You know, this early, but you know, now that we're in conference and that's all we're doing the rest of the way out, you got to take care of business, especially at home.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
The Lions come in averaging 63 points a game and giving up 67.1. The keys for today's game for Defiance: run, and run some more. That's what they want to do here today, and turn turnovers into points. For the Lions, they need to control the basketball, keep the turnovers under 10 here this afternoon, and chase the Jackets off the three-point line. They came in averaging 25 attempted threes per ball game, and they make about 10 heading into this one. It is Defiance 5-5, and they are 1-2 in conference play against the Lions 2-8, 1-2 in conference play. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the tip-off right after these timeouts.
Hello. Yes. Can I ask a few questions about the apartment on Park Street?
What was your name?
My name is Juan Hernandez.
It's been rented.
Oh, it's gone. Hello, my name is Sanjay Kumar. I am calling about the apartment on Park Street.
It's not available.
Not available?
Hello, my name is Tyrone Washington. I'm calling about the apartment on Park Street.
It's been rented.
Hello, I am Chen Ling. My name is Khalid bin Ali. I'm Tuan Vo.
Hello, my name is Moshe Goldberg.
I use a wheelchair. It's gone. Not available. All right. Thank you.
Yes, hello, my name is Graham Wellington. I'm calling about the apartment for rent on Park Street. Is that still available?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Really?
Housing discrimination is illegal. If you think you've been a victim because of your race, color, national origin, sex, religion, disability, or family status, call us. Fair housing. It's not an option. It's the law.
At Mount St. Joseph University, our mission is to provide students with an affordable, world-class education in a safe, comfortable, private school setting. Nearly 100% of our incoming undergraduate students receive scholarships, grants, or financial aid. And with small class sizes and a 98% undergraduate career placement rate, the Mount leads the way in educational value and student success. Discover your potential. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
What is power? It's loyalty to the game.
Power inspires. Power unifies. Power never quits. Power makes the impossible possible in rising to the top. We are the American, and we are power.
It is basketball time here from Cincinnati, Ohio, on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University, the Harrington Center. And today, it will be the Defiance Yellow Jackets 5-5, 0-3 in conference play, taking on the Mount St. Joseph Lions at 2-8, and they are 1-2 in Heartland Conference play. Let's check out the starting lineups. First of all, for the homestanding Mount St. Joseph Lions, they will start at 1 forward, number 0, Dane Gardner. Gardner, a 6'4" sophomore. Jack Kohler, averaging 8 points per ball game, is number 21. He will be at the other forward, a 6'2" senior. At the middle will be Nate Kratzer this afternoon, number 42. He's a 6'5" freshman, averaging 7.6 a ball game. And at the guards, Evan Wehie will be one guard. He's number 30, averaging 2.5 points per ball game, a sophomore. And at the other guard for the Lions will be Willard Cluxton. Cluxton, he is a junior, 5 feet 9 inches tall, number 3, averaging 1.5 per ball game. Now for the visiting Defiance Yellow Jackets. They will be starting at the forwards here this afternoon, Landon Swanner. Swanner is averaging 10 points per ball game, and Swanner is a 6'3" sophomore. At the other guard, I should say, will be Jerome Johnson. Johnson comes into the ball game as a 5'11" senior, and he is averaging 5 points per contest. In the middle will be Evan Conrad. Conrad, a 6'5" freshman, averaging 3 points per ball game. And at the forward positions will be Morel Jordan. Jordan, a 6'2" senior, number 22. And at the other guard will be Dasani Beeman. Beeman, a 5'11" senior, averaging 3.5 points per ball game. By the way, Jordan averaging 21 a contest. It is Kratzer in the center circle, along with Evan Conrad, and we are underway as the tip is controlled by Defiance in the backcourt. And here we go with the basketball on the right-hand side. Beeman gets the ball over on the right wing to Jordan, and Jordan shuffled the feet and walked with the basketball. So the first turnover of the ball game gives it right back to the Lions. In the backcourt, now Defiance is going with a 2-1-2 full-court press, and Kohler breaks it up the right side very easily. Now to Cluxton. Cluxton gets it back over to Kratzer, left wing Kohler. Kohler left of the lane to Gardner. Gardner matched up down low against Beeman. He's going to dribble down low, laid up on the left side, got it. Beeman with his first two, and the Lions lead for the first time today at 2-0. Bringing it the other way is Beeman from right to left on your radio dial. Here with it on the left-hand side, putting up the left shot from the left wing is Swanner. It goes out of bounds off of the hands of Jack Kohler. Women's game going on here today, and not here, but up in Defiance, and they are knotted up in the third quarter. 6 minutes left to go in that one at 29 apiece. Defiance will inbound the basketball underneath their own bucket. Jordan has it between the circles. Jordan with the ball, dribbles right wing outside the three-point arc. Crossover dribble down to the right baseline, pulls up from 18, no good off the back iron, and the rebound taken down by Dane Gardner. Gardner will get it off into the front court to Cluxton. Now back to Gardner, top of the key, all alone. He's going to pop the three, missed it off the front iron. And the rebound taken down by Evan Conrad, his first of the afternoon. Gets it off to Jordan, now to Beeman. Beeman into the lane, lays it up with the left hand, good. Dasani Beeman with his first two in the contest, and they have tied it up at 2 apiece. 18:35 left to go in this first half of action. Kohler double teamed on that full court pressure in the front court. Now to Kratzer left wing, breaks the double team, and gets it back to Cluxton near the center circle. Off on the right side to Gardner. Swings it around the perimeter and gets it over to Kolar between the circles to Wehie. Wehie around a pick set by Kratzer. Top of the key, Gardner. 7 on the shot clock. Back to Gardner, left of the lane. Underneath, pump fake, put it up and in on the left side. Gardner's got 4, and the Lions have regained the lead at 4-2. Into the front court from right to left for Defiance comes Basani Beeman. Beeman now gets it right elbow. It goes to Swanner on the right wing. Jones with the basketball. Johnson. James Johnson with the right hand dribble. Clears it over on the right wing to Basani. Basani Beeman now gets it back in the key. Out front to Johnson. Now back to Beeman. 5 on the clock. Beeman around a pick set by Conrad. Doesn't know the time left. Gets it to Johnson. Top of the key 3. Missed it off the back iron. And it will be a foul called underneath. And that's going to be called against Evan Conrad of Defiance, his first. And the first against the Yellow Jackets as a team. Defiance in their road black uniforms. They've got purple trim and gold numerals. Bringing it across the timeline is the Mount. The Mount in their home gray uniforms with navy blue numerals and trim. Kohler on the left-hand side between the circles to Wehie. Crossover dribble with the left hand. Now gets it back on top of the key to Gardner. On the left wing to Kohler. Back to Gardner on the give and go. Down to the left block. Pump fake. Puts Swanner up in the air. Too hard. And the rebound taken off the glass by Jordan. Jordan brings it up top of the key. Crossover dribble. Right elbow. Now drives right of the lane. Lost it off his knee and out of bounds. Back to the Lions. That is the second turnover of the ball game. Committed by the Lions here this afternoon, by Defiance, here this afternoon. 16:57 left to go. Bringing it into the front court is Evan Wehie. Wehie gets it on the right-hand side to Gardner. Gardner back over right wing. It goes to Kohler. Now back out front to Wehie. Down to the right elbow. Gets it to Gardner. Left side Kohler. Kohler with the top of the circle. Back out to Kratzer. Kratzer gets it to Kolar. He's going to shoot the 3. Looked like he got fouled. No call. It got grazed, though, by a Defiance player, and it will go out of bounds, so the Lions will have 3 seconds on the shot clock to put this thing up and in from underneath their own basket. Cluxton will trigger it in on a 1-4 down low. Cluxton looking, free throw line, Wehie, 14-footer, straight away, no good. Gardner got the rebound, got it knocked free, but chased it back down. Outside to Kratzer, the shot clock resets to 20. Gets it top of the key to Kratzer. Hands it off to Wehie, pump fake, top circle. 1 dribble, back over to Kolar, left sideline. Now back to Wehie, drives right in the lane. Gets it over to Kolar. Now down into the left corner to Cluxton. Pulls up from 14, got it. Willard Cluxton with his first 2. Lions leading it 6-2. And things are not going the way of the Yellow Jackets right now early in this game. We played the first 4 minutes. Taking it the other way, Jordan put it up too hard off the glass and rim. And the rebound taken down by Nate Kratzer. Kratzer clears it off into the front court to Cluxton. Now back to Kratzer. Left wing Cluxton. Bounce pass underneath the basket. Goes on the low block to Gardner. Gardner, 1 dribble, put it up in, and it won't count. They're going to get in for a traveling violation. First turnover of the ball game committed by the Lions. 15:38 left to go in this first half of action. And your score, it's the Mount 6, Defiance 2 on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
At Mount St. Joseph, we're on a mission to make sure every single student succeeds in their career. In fact, 98% of our undergraduates are working in their field within 6 months of graduation. Discover the Mount at msj.edu/admissions.
Now on the Mount St. Joseph campus, it's the Roar Store. Located in the Harrington Center, the Roar Store is designed to meet the needs of our students. Like when you need a textbook, students can order books exclusively online that they can pick up at the Roar Store through our new eCampus site. eCampus includes 2 different shipping options. Free online shipping to Textbook Delivery Hub located in the Roar Store or delivered to your off-campus residence. It's not just a bookstore, it's an everything store. The Roar Store in the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University.
15:38 left to go in this first half of action. 6-2. Lions leading it by 4 here in this first half. Lions have come right out and been able to control the action, which is one of the things we thought they needed to be able to do coming into this afternoon's ball game. These teams are going to be playing again at the end of January, and that will be on January the 25th. It's a Wednesday night at Defiance. Jordan, crossover dribble against Wehie. He's going to throw it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Conrad. Saved it inbounds on the baseline to Jordan. 15-footer, nope. Good box out by the Lions, but they tipped it right back out to Jordan for the long three. Got it. Jordan was ice cold, and now he hits the first three of the ball game, and it's 6-5. And Defiance again, down by a point, goes with that 2-2-1 full court pressure. But Cluxton will break it with 22 on the shot clock. Gets it off to Kohler. Now between the circles to Wehie. Off to Kratzer. Kratzer left elbow. Back to Cluxton. Top of the key. Kohler gets it inside to Kratzer. Put it up, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Nate Kratzer. To the chagrin of Toby Kerrigan, as he just wants to know how in the world that could have been an offensive foul. That is the first foul against Kratzer. And the team fouls are now even at one apiece. Jordan will put it in play. Lions drop off. 14:50 to go in the first half. Hanover comes to town on Wednesday night. Hope to see you here at the Harrington Center. 7:30 with the tip-off. On the left-hand side, Dasani Beeman. Beeman crossover dribble, left baseline. Gets it back outside. And an offensive foul called on the play. And that's going to be on Conrad for setting a moving pick. That is his second. And the team's second. Josh Gibson will leave Conrad into the ballgame. He has got a 6'8" behemoth on the bench. Cole Wojciechowski, and he's going to come into the ballgame. This ought to be fun. Cole Wojciechowski is coming into the ballgame at the next net ball. Top of the key, Kratzer, right elbow. Now off to Kohler. Kohler around a pick. Gets it back out to Gardner. Down top of the key. Kohler pump fake, drives left side. Off to Wehie, all alone left corner for the shot from three. No. And the rebound taken down by Beeman. Beeman will clear it up the floor into the front court on the left-hand side. Gets it off to Jordan. Jordan double team. Now gets it down on the low baseline. Into Swanner. Put it up from 5 in the lane. Got it. Swanner with his first two. And Defiance now leads the ballgame for the first time at 7-6. 13:50 left to go in this first half. Across the timeline into the front court is Cluxton and gets it off to Kratzer. Left side Wehie back out front to Gardner. Gardner left elbow Kratzer gets the top of the key and it goes to Gardner. Right side Wehie, top of the key Kratzer. 5 on the clock. Kratzer hands it off to Wehie. Back to Kratzer, right of the lane. He didn't know what's on the clock. Turn around, tried to put it up. It's partially blocked by Swanner. And a violation goes against the Lions. Coming into the ballgame for Mount St. Joseph, Alex Totten. Totten checks in, and Wehie will leave the ballgame. Beeman will bring it across. Now Cole Wojciechowski is into the ballgame. He's from Mishawaka, Indiana, Penn High School. He is 6'2", a freshman, and he is a huge boy. He gets the ball inside the lane. Turnaround, right hand shot off the glass, good. Wojciechowski with his first two, and it's 9-6 Defiance. Totten with it in the backcourt. Gets it into the front court between the circles. Now out near the center circle of Kratzer. Swings it over to Gardner top side. On the left elbow, it goes to Kratzer. Kratzer looks for a shot. Now gets it back out front to Kohler. Back to Kratzer. Underneath, got the ball knocked free. Stolen away by Defiance. They get it to Jordan. Here they go. 3-on-2. Jordan all the way. Off the glass. Rim and in. Jordan with 5. Timeout to the Mount. 12:35 left to go in this first half of action. This one's going to be a 30, so we're going to keep it right here. Lions are going to bring in Matt Menninger. Menninger comes into the ball game for the Lions. He is a 6'5 freshman, averaging 2 points a ball game. Boy, Defiance, when they get rolling, they are hard to stop, and that's the one thing you got to do. You cannot commit turnovers against them. Right now, the Lions have 2 turnovers in the ball game. Defiance 2 team fouls, the Lions 1. Right now, the stat sheet is not working here at the Mount. So unfortunately, we cannot bring you any stats here so far this afternoon in this ball game. We can tell you in the women's game, though, Defiance with 5 minutes to go in the third leads 31-30. That's up in Northwest Ohio. Kohler breaks the press, 11-6. Lions down by 5. Cluxton gets it to Garland. Garland on the left sideline to Alex Totten. Bounce pass underneath to Garland. Got the ball knocked free and out of bounds. Last touched by Defiance, so it will stay with the Lions underneath their own bucket. Kolar is going to leave the ball game. Calvin Turner, who had been in the starting lineup since almost the beginning of the year, checks in. He is Lions' second leading scorer at 11 a ball game. 12-12 left to go. Inbounds pass, Garland gets it off to Menninger. Menninger 4 in the shot clock. Back to Cluxton. Cluxton fall away three-pointer, hit the iron, but taken down off the rebound by Swanner. Up the floor to Jordan, all the way to the hole. Stopped by Turner, though. Gets it over to Basani Beeman. Beeman with it, right corner, underneath to Wojciechowski. Wojciechowski into the lane, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Rebound tapped out front, and it comes off to Swanner. Back to Wojciechowski, right of the lane, out front to Beeman. Beeman into the lane, comes to a jump stop and walk with the basketball. When you come to the jump stop, you have to come down on both feet and then not move either foot off of a jump stop, and that's what Beeman did. 11:41 left to go in the first half of action. It's now Defiance 11, the Mount 6 on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
Where are you headed? Where would you like to go? New heights, right? That's why you're going to college in the first place. At Mount St. Joseph University, we integrate academic excellence, real-world experience, and individual attention so that you can go further than you ever thought possible. In fact, over 96% of our graduates over the past 3 years were employed or pursuing graduate studies within 6 months of graduation. Are you ready to climb higher? Begin your ascent at msj.edu.
You're a Lions fan. Own it. And we are the radio home of Mount St. Joseph Lions Sports, UltimateSportsTalk.com. Football, basketball, wrestling, volleyball, softball, baseball. We are Cincinnati's sports website and also the home of the Ohio Baseball Weekly Show every Monday night during the baseball season. We are the home of the Mount St. Joseph Lions, UltimateSportsTalk.com.
Dave Mitchell right back here at the Harrington Center in Cincinnati, where the Lions are down by 5 in the men's game, 11-6. In the women's game, for 3:56 left to go in the third quarter, and it is Defiance with a 1-point lead in that one, 31-30. Lions being led so far in the ball game by Ellie Oldendick with 12 points, and Chloe Jansen has got 7 in the contest for the Lions. Lions have the basketball, 2-2-1 full court pressure put on by Defiance. Turner in the backcourt. Brings it into the front court. Gets it on the right sideline to Totten. Top of the key, Gardner. Lions are way overloaded on the right-hand side. Cluxton, the only man on the left-hand side. Gardner looking down. Now gets it back out front to Cluxton. Cluxton around a pick by Gardner to the right side of the elbow. He'll pull up for the long three. Got it! Cluxton hardly ever shoots the basketball. And when he makes it, that's the best thing the Lions could see, and it's now Cluxton has 5, and the Lions down by 2, 11-9. Jordan the other way, pulled up from 19 outside the arc, no good. But Wojciechowski got the rebound, put up a hook shot from 5 on the right side, got it. Wojciechowski's got 4. He may be a big boy, but he's got some nice moves down low. 13-9. 10:40 to go in this first half. Menninger on the left-hand side, guarded by Wojciechowski. Bounce pass to Garland. Garland on the left baseline, up to the left wing. Now back over on the right wing, it goes to Willard Cluxton. Swings a pass out front to Totten. 7 on the shot clock. Left sideline, it goes to Garland. Back to Turner. Long 3 at the end of the shot clock. No good. And the rebound, Swanner took it away. Swanner will get it up the floor to Jordan, up the left side. Jordan into the forecourt. Jordan with the basketball on the left-hand side with a left-hand dribble, crossover to the left elbow, gets it off to Beeman, right wing. Beeman outside the arc, now top of the key. It goes to Tay Jones. Jones is into the ballgame, now down low to Wojciechowski, and a foul is going to be called on Dane Gardner reaching in. That's his first, team second. Kratzer's back in. Danny Austin making his first appearance into the ball game. Dane Gardner leaves, and so does Buxton. Evan Wehie back into the ball game. Luke Collinsworth has not been into the ball game as of yet. He's the Lions' leading scorer. He's got an injured right thumb, and we don't know if he'll appear today. Trey Dunn has also left the team, folks, and he is no longer on the roster. With the basketball, right of the lane, it goes to Evan Park, who's into the contest. Park, a 6'7" freshman. Josh Gibson can go very, very big off of his bench very quickly. Jordan on the right wing goes to Tay Jones, put it up, no good, and the rebound taken down by Menninger. Gets it into the front court to Austin. Austin back to Menninger between the circles, left sideline. Now on the baseline to Kratzer. Kratzer trying to spin in against Wojciechowski. Got it off to Menninger, knocked free, stolen away by Defiance. Up the floor it goes to Jordan, put it up, no good. He's upset, no foul is called. Rebound taken down by the Lions. They get it off to Wehie. Wehie drives left elbow, back out left sideline, now top of the key to Menninger. On the right wing, Austin, down in the right corner to Wehie. Top of the key, Kratzer. Kratzer looking off to Wehie, right of the circle for three, no good. Rebound tapped around, comes into the hands of Tay Jones. Jones will lead the break, 3-on-2. Nice dribble move to the line, to the lane, put it up, no! And the rebound taken down by Wehie. He'll get it up the floor to Austin. Austin with it, now top of the key, Menninger, and Menninger will hold up the basketball. Gets it over sideline left to Kelvin Turner. Turner now top side to Kratzer, to Menninger, right of the circle for three, got it! Matt Menninger has given the Lions a three-pointer off the bench, and they're down by a point with 8:25 to go, 13-12. With the top of the circle, down low to Wojciechowski, knocked free by Kratzer, stolen away by the Lions. Menninger up the floor to Austin, all the way to the hole, stops right block, into the lane to Kratzer. Kratzer puts the dribble into the lane, pump fake, kicks it back out front, now to Turner, top of the key, Wehie. Wehie now is going to get a pick set by Kratzer. Now Kratzer slipped the pick, gets it off to Turner, top of the key, three, nope. And the rebound taken down by Defiance. Javrise Heidelberg with the basketball. Heidelberg snuck in at the last dead ball. Heidelberg looking things over. Can't find anything. Now dribbles around a pick set by Park. Park has it now top of the key. Back over to Heidelberg. Heidelberg with a left-hand dribble. Looking out front. Now gets it top of the key. Crossover dribble. Tried to get a pass left side. Knocked away by Turner and stolen. Gets it over to Wehie. Left wing. Pulls up for the long three. No. Rebound tapped back underneath. And it goes to Kratzer. Laid it up and in. Kratzer with his first two, and the Lions have regained the lead, this time at 14-13, 7:15 to go in this first half of action. Park with it left of the circle. Park top side. Bounce pass between the circles. Over to Heidelberg. Heidelberg between the leg dribble on the right wing, and it goes over to Tay Jones. Right of the lane to Wojciechowski. Right, backing down in against Kratzer. Threw up the right-hand shot, good, and he is fouled by Kratzer. Wojciechowski's got 6. That gives Defiance the lead again, this time at 15-14. And before we have the free throws by Wojciechowski, we will call a timeout, the media timeout. 6:55 left to go in the first half. It's Defiance 15 to Mount 14 on UltimateSportsTalk.com and the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
Changing lives is what great teachers do. Mount St. Joseph University's Reading Science program that uses highly effective research-based methods improved my students' lives and helped me climb higher in my career. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/read.
Dayton Children's cares about the health of your children. Hi, I'm Kirk Herbstreit. Growing up in Centerville, my parents taught me the importance of being healthy, and now I'm teaching my kids. Childhood obesity is on the rise, but there are small steps that we can take to fight it. Turn off video games and go outside, ride bikes, go to the park, or learn a new dance. Parents, once we get moving, our kids will follow. Get moving!
Dayton Children's, experts you trust, caring for the children you love.
Dave Mitchell right back here at the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University. Last day of the year, December 31st. Hope you guys are careful out there tonight. as Wojciechowski will go line left, looking to complete the three-point play. He has got 6 in the ball game, and he has given Defiance a 1-point lead at 15-14. This is going to be the first time to the stripe for either ball club here this afternoon. Line left, Wojciechowski, the 6'10" big man for Defiance. Cans it, got the three-pointer, and he'll leave. And checking in now is Easton Lewis. Lewis, a 6'1" junior, averaging 3.5 points per ball game. That is 7 in the contest for Wojciechowski. With it into the front court is Turner. Turner out near the center circle, gets it off to Gardner. Looked like he walked, but no call. Back over to Wehie. Wehie with the basketball on the right side off to Gardner. He'll drive in, pump fake, reverse layup, hit the back iron, nope. Rebound's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Gardner, and it will return to Defiance. 6:34 left to go. Willard Cluxton is going to come back into the ball game. Danny Austin will leave. 6:34 remaining. Make it 16-14. Defiance with the lead. They get the ball off to Evan Park, off to Heidelberg, now back out front. Tried to go underneath the Park, knocked away, stolen away by the Lions. Lions will get it into the front court. That's the 5th turnover of the day by Defiance. Cluxton gets it on the right side, now to Turner. Bounce pass top of the key to Gardner. Gardner looking down low, can't find anyone. Now to Turner, nice stutter step down to the baseline. Shut off though on the drive, back out front to Wehie. Out front now to Garland, top of the key. 9 on the shot clock. Back to Wehie, left wing. All alone Kohler, top of the circle. Hit it off the back iron, nope. And a foul is going to be called on Evan Park down low as he held on to Gardner as he was trying to make his move into the bucket. That will be his first personal. And that's the 3rd against Defiance as a team. 5:51 remaining. Cluxton will put the ball in play on the left side. Does to Wehie. Now back out front Turner. Turner's going to drive all the way to the lane. Shot clock no good. And the rebound taken down by Heidelberg. Heidelberg gets it up across the timeline into the right front court. Now gets it back off to Heidelberg. To Park. Down into the corner. Into the baseline. With the basketball, McCorkle. Now gets it back over to Heidelberg. Put up the shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Lewis. Lewis up again, no. Rebound saved by Cluxton on the baseline. Back over to Wehie. He'll get it back to Cluxton, and Willard will bring it across from left to right. Cluxton across the time stripe. Bounce pass to Gardner between the circles. 5:09 left to go in this first half. Wehie with the basketball. On the left sideline, picks up the ball, gets it back off to Gardner, spins into the lane against Park, stops, pump fake, puts it up, blocked from behind off to Wehie, left corner shot from 3, got it! Wehie with his first 3, Lions lead it again in this one at 17-16. 4:43 left to go in the first half. With it is Park, top of the circle. Park gets it over on the left-hand side to McCorkle. McCorkle dribbles up with the right hand, top of the key, on the left wing, and it goes to Lewis. Lewis gets it back out front to Heidelberg. Crossover dribble goes in against Gardner. Into the lane, 5-foot floater, put it up around the rim, won't go, and the rebound taken down by Wehie. He gets it off to Cluxton into the front court. Cluxton with it between the circles, bounce pass to Gardner. Gardner with it on the left side with a couple of dribbles. Now back over to Wehie. Hands it off to Kohler. Kohler with it, guarded by Heidelberg. Hands it off to Cluxton, 13 on the clock. Right baseline to Turner. Turner, crossover dribble, drives right baseline, laid it up too hard, and the rebound taken down by Park. He gets it off to Heidelberg, behind the back dribble into the front court. Heidelberg, lane, dumps it off into the right corner, and a behind the back pass on a nice feed underneath to Lewis for the layup up and in. Boy, nice feed from Jordan Jury to give Defiance the lead again in this one at 18-17. Right elbow goes Garland off to Wehie, back to Garland again. Garland backing in. Boy, a lot of hand checking going on, and they're letting him get away with it, and Garland spins in the bucket, lays it up and in. Gardner's got 6. Into the front court. Park with it on the between the circles, gets it over on the left-hand side to McCorkle. McCorkle down left baseline. McCorkle off to Heidelberg, now back over to McCorkle. He'll drive right of the lane all the way to the hole, laid it up and in. Nice move by McCorkle. And he puts it in. And that is his first 2 in the ball game. And it's 20-19, Defiance with the lead here. With it on the top of the key is Wehie. Right wing Kolar. Kolar's going to drive line, left of the lane. Stops, right-hand hook, no good. But a foul is going to be called as he was hit on the arm by Jordan Jury. And that is his first foul. Jury with his first. And the team's 4th here this afternoon. 2:34 remaining here in this first half of action. We're just going to keep it right here while we've got a moment. The women's game going on up in Defiance, and that is a 43-37 Defiance lead with 7:01 remaining to go in that ball game. 2:34 left here. And taking a look at some of the scores around the country in basketball action, Duke defeated Florida State this afternoon, 86-67. Arizona State is losing to Arizona, 49-46. Iowa State, 15 and a half remaining in the game, leads by 6 over Baylor, 46-40. Kansas losing to Oklahoma State, 48-43 in the second half, 14 minutes left. By the way, Kansas ranked 4th in the country. Texas is leading Oklahoma 49-46. And Houston losing to UCF. They're ranked 3rd in the country, 49-46. By the way, in case you missed it, Barbara Walters passed away overnight. She was 93 years old. One of the great, not only journalists, but female journalists in the history of this country. 2:34 left to go. 20-19, Lions down by a point. Kohler goes line right, put it up and in. Jack with his first point of the ball game. This is the first trip to the line by the Lions. Second one by Jack, but again, he's got 2. Lions gonna lead it again. Alex Totten back in, Matt Menninger into the ballgame for the Lions. Is sitting down is Kelvin Turner for the Mount. And also Wehie on the right side with the basketball, swinging it around. Conrad got it stolen away by Cluxton. Cluxton will bring it up, guarded by Swanner. Well, you haven't heard Swanner's name much so far in this one. With it is Cluxton, bounce pass. Top of the key to Garland. Garland, they're going to call a foul away from the ball. And that is going to be on, looks like Kewan Graham. Graham picks up his first. That's the 5th foul against Defiance. 2:04 remaining here in the first half. Lions underneath their own bucket. They lob it out front to Garland. Now back to Kolar. Over on the left-hand side, Menninger, top side, gets it off to Garland. Garland on the back door, trying to feed it off to Kohler, but it was knocked out of bounds by Conrad. 1:54 left to go, 10 in the shot clock here in this first half. 21-20 your score. Putting it in play, Cluxton does into the corner to Kolar. Kolar now 7 on the clock to Garland. Off to Kohler, top of the key, 3 off the glass and rim. Nope. Rebound chased out front to Jordan. Jordan up the floor on the run, putting it up, blocked away by Kohler on the shot by Graham. Gets it off to Totten. Totten on the right side. Lions with a 1-point lead. Down on the right hook shot to Garland. Garland into the lanes. Looking down low, double team, top of the key to Menninger. Swings it over to Kolar, left wing, and a foul is going to be called on Jordan. He just came out and was a little too aggressive on the defense. That is his first. And that is just the 6th foul against Defiance Lions have only 3. So the next foul will put the Lions to the line. Cluxton over on the left side of the front court to Kohler. Now top of the key to Garland. Garland on the left wing to Totten. Totten bounce pass underneath to Garland. Back out to Totten. Left wing 3 by Alex. No good. Rebound taken down by Kohler. Top of the key Cluxton. And he'll reset the shot clock at 20. Lions will run the offense again. A minute to go in this first half. Cluxton with it on the left wing. Cluxton holding it up. Now gets it back out to Kolar. Over to Cluxton, left wing. Drives in against Conrad. Off to Garland. Laid it up and in. Gardner with 8. Lions by 3. Their biggest lead of the afternoon. 23-20. With it, Conrad between the circles. On the left wing, Jordan. Jordan has really been held in check by the Lions. Jordan, left corner, drives baseline, lays it up, and it's going to be a blocking foul called against the Lions. And that'll be on Jack Kolar. Jack picks up his first, and as I said, that'll be the 4th against the Lions as a team. But Jordan was in the act of shooting, and he'll go line left. Toby Kerrigan giving an earful to the official, wanting to know why that was a block instead of a charge. Jordan line left, eyes it, shoots it with 27.4 seconds to go in the half, and got it. Jordan has got 6 in the ball game. 1 3-pointer, 1 field goal. And wait a minute, what is going on here? Jordan only got 1 free throw. Nonetheless, the Lions have the ball back with 22 seconds to go. I'm not sure quite what happened there. With it is Garland. Garland gets it off to Kolar. Now back to Totten. Back to Garland. Garland top of the key. Right of the circle to Totten for 3. Cleared it. Alex with 3. Lions by 3. Jordan top of the key. Jordan with a right elbow into the hands of Totten. No foul call, and that is the end of the first half of action. And the Lions are hitting shots and playing well here in the first half. 26-23, the Mount leads it by 3 here against the Defiance Yellow Jackets. I'm Dave Mitchell. We'll be back for our halftime show right after these timeouts.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University with 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facility. We are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Climb higher at www.msj.edu.
Odyssey now has hundreds of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hanging with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
Or sail away with Odyssey's new yacht rock station, Jugger Yacht.
For summer barbecues, road trips,
or relaxing poolside.
Hundreds of new exclusive stations, plus all your favorite local radio stations and podcasts. It's all on Odyssey.
Do you want to grow as a leader? Mount St. Joseph University offers a flexible master's degree in organizational leadership. Classes meet about 1 Saturday a month. Climb higher and become the leader you were meant to be. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/MSOL.
While the Lions are leading it here at the half, 26-23 over the Defiance Yellow Jackets. Defiance came in with a record of 0-3 in Heartland Conference play, but the Lions were in the middle of a 4-game losing streak in this one, and they had lost 7 of their last 8. But right now, boy, the Lions are just playing lights-out basketball. Good defense. When you hold a team that is averaging 75 points a game to just 23 in the first half, you know you're playing lockdown defense, no matter what the field goal percentage is here this afternoon. Lions leading it by 3, 26-23. When we come back, we're going to take a look at not only the first half stats, but the scoreboard. And we'll do all that when we come back after this.
Now on the Mount St. Joseph campus, it's the Roar Store. Located in the Harrington Center, the Roar Store is designed to meet the needs of our students, whether it's spiritware, gifts, or snacks. But the Roar Store is more. They offer everything from notebooks to laundry detergent, even brake fluid and tire repair, plus a wide range of food and drink. And it's just a walk away. It's not just a bookstore, it's an everything store. The Roar Store in the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt, and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean, and there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the Ad Council.
Well, there's a lot of games going on around the country here this afternoon. Boy, I'm telling you, not only college basketball, but a lot of college football going on. So let's take a look, first of all, at the college basketball games that are going on here this afternoon. And when you take a look at that, you got to look at the Duke Blue Devils, who won this afternoon over Florida State by a final score of 86-67. Elsewhere in college basketball, as my computer decides to conk out just at the right time. Here's a look at, let's just look at the college football scores, because it keeps coming back from football. So obviously my computer wants me to talk about football right now. Alabama is leading Kansas State with 14 minutes to go in that bowl game, 42-13. Iowa shutting out Kentucky, 21-0. Later on this afternoon, of course, the 2 semifinal games. At 4 o'clock, Michigan will play TCU. And at 8 o'clock tonight, Ohio State goes up against Georgia. I still don't understand why the committee set it up this way. It should have been Ohio State, Michigan in one semi, and TCU and Georgia in the other. They would have gotten a lot more people involved in it had they done it with Ohio State and Michigan in one semifinal. Later on tonight, well, on Monday, I should say, Mississippi State will be playing Illinois, LSU will be Purdue, and Tulane goes up against USC. Now let's see if I can get to the NCAA men's basketball scoreboard. Here we go. Arizona in games that are going on right now. 10 minutes to go in the ball game, leading Arizona State 55-50. It is Iowa State over Baylor by 10, 56-46. 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Kansas over Oklahoma State, 52-50. Oklahoma beating up on Texas by 4, 55-51. 7 minutes to go in the ball game there. Houston with 5:42 remaining leads by 6 over UCF, 60-54. It is Kentucky over Louisville, 86-63. That was earlier today. Also earlier today, Connecticut fell here in Cincinnati at Xavier, 83-73. That's a final. Texas Tech lost to TCU, 67-61 this afternoon. It was Virginia beating Georgia Tech, 74-56. Later on tonight, New Mexico will be playing at Wyoming. Pepperdine goes to Gonzaga. West Virginia will be at Kansas State, and that will round out the college basketball scene for today. At halftime here at the Harrington Center, your score, it is 26-23. Lions leading it by 3, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at what's happening in the women's game, and it's not good news for Lions fans. They are down by 10 with 42 seconds to go. We'll check out that and the stats right after these timeouts.
Hi, this is Morgan Freeman. Has anyone ever said, you're the picture of health? You look healthy, you feel fine, but that may not be the full picture. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer of men and women over 50. Since it doesn't always cause symptoms, you may not know you have it. The only way to know is by getting screened. Screening can find precancerous polyps, so they can be removed before they turn into cancer. This is one cancer you can prevent. Plus, screening can find colorectal cancer at an early stage when the chance for a full recovery is very high. Talk with your doctor and get tested for colorectal cancer. Medicare and many insurance plans help pay for screening. Get screened. Make sure you are the picture of health.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
What do you wish for? A nice life? Nice things? Or do you wish for something more? A sense of purpose? Do you wish to discover a cure? To write code that cracks an unsolvable question? To further our exploration into space? Or to invent something that changes everything right here on Earth? Well, if that's your wish, make yourself ready. Because when you look back, you'll see that you didn't just make wishes, you realized them.
Well, the Lions are leading it here, 26-23. I'm Dave Mitchell. Good to have you along here this afternoon on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network. Good news for the second half. The stats are back up on the computer, so we can at least bring you what's happening stat-wise in this ballgame. And let's take a look at the team stats. First of all, for Defiance. Boy, when you're watching this ballgame, you think Defiance is not shooting very well from the field. You'd be wrong. They are 10 of 25 from the field overall for 40%, and they came in shooting 42%. So they're right at about their shooting average coming into this afternoon's ballgame. Now, where they are hurting is from the three-point range. They are 1 of 6 from three-point range in this one, and that's only 16.7%. And from the free throw line, they are 2 of 2 for 100% in the ballgame. For the Lions, they are 10 of 27 from the field. They put up 2 more shots than Defiance has in that first half, but they've hit the same amount of field goals, 10. Lions shooting 37% from the field. They are 4 of 14 from three-point range for 28.6%. And from the free throw line, the Lions are also 2 of 2 for 100% here this afternoon. Defiance has grabbed 17 rebounds, 6 offensive, 11 defensive. For the Lions, they've grabbed 15 rebounds, 6 offensive, and 9 defensive in the ballgame. Lions have dished out 7 assists. That's the best half they have had this year in doling out assists in this game here today. Defiance has only passed 1 assist here this afternoon. Lions in the contest have got 5 turnovers in the ballgame, and that has led to 7 points for Defiance. On the other hand, for Defiance, they've committed 8 turnovers, and that has led to 9 points for the Lions. And that was one of our keys to this afternoon's ballgame, where the Lions had to be able to control the basketball, not commit any more than 10 turnovers in this ballgame. And they're right on par with that, as they've got 5 in the first half of action. But expect Defiance to come out and really throw some funky full-court pressure on the Lions, so they're going to have to be able to handle that coming down in. Points in the paint, Defiance dominating there 18-8. Second chance points, the Lions have 4 more than Defiance at 9-5. And bench points here today, 11 points for the for Defiance, to 6 for Mount St. Joseph here this afternoon. Lions are leading at 26-23. We'll take a look at the individual stats when we come back to the Harrington Center. It's 26-23, the Mount over Defiance on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
¿A dónde te diriges? ¿Dónde te gustaría ir? Nuevas cumbres, ¿verdad? Es por eso que vas a ir a la universidad en primer lugar. En Mount St. Joseph University integramos la excelencia académica, la experiencia del mundo real y la atención individual para que puedas llegar más lejos de lo que tú creías posible. De hecho, más del 96% de nuestros graduados en los últimos 3 años estaban empleados o cursaban estudios de posgrado dentro de 6 meses posteriores a la graduación. ¿Estás listo para subir más alto? Comienza tu ascenso en msj.edu.
Odyssey now has hundreds of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hang in with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
Or sail away with Odyssey's new yacht rock station, Jugger Yacht.
For summer barbecues, road trips,
or relaxing poolside.
Hundreds of new exclusive stations, plus all your favorite local radio stations and podcasts. It's all on Odyssey.
While the Lions have led this thing 5 times, Defiance 4, it's been tied up 3 times in the ball game, and the lead has changed hands 8 times here this afternoon. But right now, Defiance has the deficit, 26-23 to the Mount. Both teams are out onto the floor warming up for second half action. Leading the way for the Lions, Dane Gardner. He's got 8 points here this afternoon to lead the way for the Lions. 5 points to Willard Cluxton, who's in second place in scoring. And then the Lions have 3 players with 3 points each. Evan Wehie, Alex Totten, and Matthew Menninger. 2 points going to Jack Kolar, and Nate Kratzer also has 2 points in the ball game. As far as rebounds are concerned, Kratzer has got 3, Gardner has 3, and Wehie 2 in the ball game here this afternoon. For Defiance, they're being led by Morrell Jordan. He has not had that great a half. He scored 8 points in the ball game. He's 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, and he is 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Cole Wojciechowski played just 6.5 minutes, came in with 7 points in the ball game on 3 of 4 from the field and 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. And Wojciechowski, the 6'10 behemoth, only had 1 rebound in the first half of action. Elsewhere in scoring for Defiance here this afternoon, they've got 4 men with 2 points. Easton Lewis, Clayton McCorkle, and also, as I look this over, Dasani Beeman and Landon Swanner all have 2 points in the ball game. Rebound-wise, 3 rebounds going to Landon Swanner here this afternoon, and Morrell Jordan, and 2 rebounds off the bench to Eden Park. 26-23, Defiance down by 3 here to the Mount St. Joseph Lions. I'm Dave Mitchell. Second half action coming up next on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
Where are you headed? Where would you like to go? New heights, right? That's why you're going to college in the first place. At Mount St. Joseph University, we integrate academic excellence, real-world experience, and individual attention so that you can go further than you ever thought possible. In fact, over 96% of our graduates over the past 3 years were employed or pursuing graduate studies within 6 months of graduation. Are you ready to climb higher? Begin your ascent at msj.edu.
While up in Defiance, the Yellow Jackets came away with a 55-39 victory over the Mount here this afternoon. Leading the way for the Mount was Ellie Oldendick. She had 14 points in the ball game as the Lions just went up to Defiance and ended up basically laying an egg to the Yellow Jackets. Oldendick 14, Carly Mills and Chloe Jansen each with 7. Annabelle Williams had 3. Jenkins, Murphy, and Dalton, along with Elliott, had 2 for the Lions in the ball game. Callista Friday had 14 points to lead Defiance, and Taylor Steinbrunner had 10 also for the Yellow Jackets. 26-23, Lions come out with Wehie, Kratzer, Willard Cluxton, Kolar, and Garland. Jordan out on the floor for Defiance, along with Swanner, Conrad, Beeman, and Johnson. Lions have the basketball to open up the second half of action, and here we go. Lions going from right to left. Kratzer has it, top of the circle after 1 dribble, gets it over to Kolar, right sideline, back to Kratzer on the give and go, down to the right side of the block. Kratzer backing in, and we've got a foul called down low in the lane, and it will be against Beeman. Beeman was trying his best to muscle Kratzer out of the lane, and he did it just a little too well, picked up the foul. Inbounds pass goes to Kratzer, right of the circle. Left elbow now to Garland. Garland is going to drive down to the left block against Swanner, pump fake, put it up and in. Boy, Swanner just cannot stop that shot by Garland. Lions need to continue to go after that each and every trip up the floor. Johnson, top of the key. Swanner, shot blocked out of the air, pulled down by Kolar. Gets it off to Cluxton, and he'll bring it across the timeline. Cluxton spins to his right, then to his left. Top of the key, Kratzer. Kratzer with it on the left wing to Kolar. Kolar back out top of the circle, and it goes to Wehie. Wehie with a left-hand dribble around a pick by Kratzer. Gets it on the right wing, on top of the key, Garland. 9 on the clock. Garland down low, bouncing in against Jordan. He'll put it up left side. Got it to go again. Dane with 12, and the Lions, their biggest lead of the afternoon, it's 30-23. 18:40 left to go in this ball game. On the right wing, Johnson. Johnson gets it back out front to Swanner. Dumps it off to Conrad, right elbow. Conrad guarded by Kratzer in the man-to-man. Now to Swanner. Swanner cross court to the left wing. It goes to Johnson. Bounce pass underneath Conrad. Double team. Puts it up from 5. Way off the mark. Off the glass. Didn't even touch rim. And the rebound taken down by the Lions with a 7-point lead and 18:15 to go in the ball game. Kratzer on the left side to Kolar. Gets it back over on the right side to Wehie. Wehie top side to Garland. Left wing Kolar. Kolar with it. One dribble. Top of the key to Kratzer. Kratzer looks backdoor. Got it to Kolar. Laid it up and in. Jack with his 4th point of the ball game. Nice give and go. Lions by 9. 32-23. We played 2 minutes here in the second half. Top of the key, Conrad. On the left wing, it goes to Jordan. Jordan, who led Defiance with 8 in the first half, gets it off to Johnson. Now to Beeman. Crossover dribble. Back into the lane with a spin move. Put it up with the left hand too hard. And the rebound taken down off the front rim to Kratzer. He'll get it off to Cluxton. Willard into the front court. Now to Wehie between the circles to Kratzer. Right wing, it goes to Cluxton. Right in the lane to Jordan. To Garland. Garland backing in. Gets it off into the left corner to Cluxton. Cluxton dribbles into the lane. Now back out to Garland. Gets it off to Kratzer. 8 on the shot clock. To Kohler. Gets it on the give and go to Kratzer. Kratzer got the ball knocked away, stolen away from behind on a good defensive play by Johnson. Gets it up the floor. Jordan. Jordan trying to put some moves on, but good defense by the Lions to keep him contained. And they get it off to Beeman. Beeman top of the circle. 16:52 remaining to go in the ball game. Beeman, right wing, it goes to Conrad, right of the lane. Conrad backing in, spins into the lane. Turnaround 12-footer, nope. And the rebound taken down by Wehie. He'll get it off to Cluxton, and the Lions will walk it across the timeline with a 9-point lead. Kratzer on the right side of the front court to Wehie. Wehie now to Kratzer, top side. Kratzer back to Wehie, pump fake, dribbles to the left of the front court. Off on the right-hand side, Kohler for the long 3, got it! Jack's got 7, 35-23 Mount. And Josh Gibson doesn't even have any inclination of taking a timeout right now. Top of the key, Jordan, long 3. Hit it off the side iron, no. Rebound taken down by Kolar. Defiance has been held scoreless for the first 4 minutes of this second half. With it is Kolar on the right wing to Wehie. Wehie gets it back over to Cluxton, fakes right, goes left, gets it off to Kolar, another long 3, he's feeling it, heat check, no good, and the rebound taken down by Jordan. Jordan leads the break, it's 2-on-3. Jordan doesn't care to the free throw line, back out front. Jordan with the basketball. He's going to drive left side, behind the back dribble, into the lane, got it knocked away and out of bounds. Back to Defiance. 15:31 left to go in the ball game. Here's your first media timeout of the second half. Lions on top of it, 35-23, 15:31 left to go. Luke Collinsworth going to come in for the first time when we come back on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
Dayton Children's cares about the health of your children. Hi, I'm Kirk Herbstreit. Growing up in Centerville, my parents taught me the importance of being healthy, and now I'm teaching my kids. Childhood obesity is on the rise, but there are small steps that we can take to fight it. Turn off video games and go outside, ride bikes, go to the park, or learn a new dance. Parents, once we get moving, our kids will follow. Get moving!
Dayton Children's, experts you trust, caring for the children you love.
You want to advance your career through education, but you have a busy family and work schedule. Mount St. Joseph can help. The Mounts School of Business offers an MBA program on Saturday mornings where you can earn your master's degree in 2 years. Courses are led by faculty who are experts in their areas and taken one at a time, and the GMAT is not required for admission. Classes every Saturday can make a huge difference in your life and your career. Learn more about the Saturday MBA program. Visit msj.edu/MBA.
Largest lead the Lions have had today, and that's 12. 35-23. 15:31 remaining to go here in this ball game. Luke Collinsworth into the contest now for the Lions, taking the place of Nate Kratzer. And Wojciechowski's back into the ball game for Defiance. Wojciechowski, remember, had 7 points in that first half of action. Into the front court. Wojciechowski. Free throw line, push to the pass, out to Tate Jones, right elbow goes back to Wojciechowski, backing in, put up the shot, it'll go, but a foul is going to be called. It should have been nope, it is called shot clock violation. The underneath official was calling a foul and the bucket good. The outside official said nope, it was a shot clock violation. They didn't get it off before the time was out. So the Lions get the ball back, and now it's a 1-2-2 full court press put on by Defiance, but Cluxton will break it. Trying to get it stolen away by Jordan. Now Cluxton into the lane, picks it off to Kohler for the three, right wing, got it! Lions keep playing like this all year, folks. They're going to be tough to beat in the Heartland. I don't care who they play. 38-23, the defense is there, and they're learning the offense. With it on the left-hand side, Tay Jones. Left of the lane, Wojciechowski in for the two-point turnaround, 10-foot hook shot, no good, and Wehie got the rebound. Wehie off to Cluxton, now to Kolar, left wing, underneath to Collinsworth, backing in against Wojciechowski. Boy, it's a battle of the big men. They put it up, no good. Collinsworth missed it, and the rebound taken down by Jury. He gets it off to Jordan. Jordan, you may not see him miss any minutes played here in the second half. Beeman put up the shot from the long-range three, no good, and the rebound taken down by the Mountain. 14 minutes to go. Defiance has been held scoreless for the first 6 minutes of this second half. Top of the key, Wehie. Wehie down to the left block, back out front Garland. He's going to drive in, stopped in the lane, kicks it off to Collinsworth, right wing three, got it! Collinsworth three, and the Lions lead it 41-23, an 18-point lead. Alex Totten will come in at the next buzzer. Handoff goes to Jordan. Jordan crossover dribble to Wojciechowski. Now tried to get it to Wojciechowski, but pitched it out on the left-hand side to Jury. Now back out front, Jordan. Jordan around a pick by Wojciechowski. Pulls up from 18. No good again. Rebound taken down by Wehie. Wehie tells Cluxton to come back and get the basketball, and he does, and then he gets the ball right back to Wehie in the front court. Now to Garland, back over to Wehie with the right-hand dribble. Wehie, bounce pass underneath to Collinsworth, coming in from the weak side and stealing the ball away is Jordan. He's going to lead it all the way up the floor, lays it up and in. Boy, that is what you don't want to see Jordan in the middle of. He's got 10 in the ball game, and it's 41-25. That's the first 2 points Defiance has scored in this second half. 12 minutes and 35 seconds into it. Garland with the basketball. Gets a bounce pass from Cluxton. Down to the left baseline. Now backing into the lane with the left-hand dribble. Stops, put it up with the right hand. Good on the right side. That's 14 in the ballgame for Gardner. They have not found a remedy to stop Gardner when he gets that low. 43-25. With it, top of the circle. Jury, now back over to Beeman. Beeman now gets it over to Jordan. Jordan pulls up from 16, got it. Boy, you do not want to see Morrell Jordan get hot in the latter part of this game. Bring it up. Cluxton. Cluxton with the basketball on the right side, and a foul is going to be called And it is going to be called, I believe, on jury. And it will be 11:42, and now they call the media timeout. And we'll be there at 11:42 left to go in the ball game. Your score, it's the Mount 43, Defiance 27 on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Learn more at msjlions.com.
Now on the Mount St. Joseph campus, it's the Roar Store. Located in the Harrington Center, the Roar Store is designed to meet the needs of our students. Like when you need a textbook, students can order books exclusively online that they can pick up at the Roar Store through our new eCampus site. eCampus includes 2 different shipping options. Free online shipping to Textbook Delivery Hub located in the Roar Store, or delivered to your off-campus residence. It's not just a bookstore, it's an everything store. The Roar Store in the Harrington Center on the campus of Mount St. Joseph University.
Lions leading it by 16, 43-27. 11:42 remaining to go in this ball game. Lions still huddled around head coach Toby Kerrigan. And there is the second buzzer. See who's out on the floor now for Defiance. And out on the floor for them is number 10. That's Will Jawhausen. Jawhausen, a sophomore out of Norwalk. His first trip into the ballgame today. Underneath Luke Collinsworth, behind Wojciechowski. Laid it up on the reverse layup. Got it to go. Collinsworth with 5. And the Lions lead it now by 18, 45-27. On the left wing. Goes down on the left baseline to Cam Martin. Martin tried to bounce it underneath Wojciechowski. Went right off of his shin and into the hands of Dane Garland. Garland gets it up the floor to Cluxton. Now over on the left-hand side to Kolar. Kolar back out front, Totten with the basketball. Totten tried to get tied up by Cam Martin, but got the ball back. Top of the key, Collinsworth. Looking down low, back out front to Garland. 10 on the shot clock. Garland gets it over on the left wing to Collinsworth. 5 on the shot clock. Now gets it back to Kohler. Kohler's going to drive the lane, dump it off to Garland. Laid it up. No. Garland got the ball knocked free and put into the hands of Joe Jury. Jury with the basketball up the right-hand side with the right-hand dribble. Now gets it off on the right wing. And the shot put up by Wojciechowski, no good. And the rebound taken down by Willard Cluxton. Cluxton brings it up the right side. He's going to drive all the way to the hole, off to Kohler, left baseline for 3, around the rim, nope. And the rebound, a foul is going to be called on Dane Gardner. Gardner gets hit with the foul. That is his second, And that'll bring in Kelvin Turner and Matt Menninger into the ball game. That is just the first foul of the contest against the Lions here in the second half. Into the front court. Off on the left-hand side is Jawhausen. Jawhausen now to his big man, Wojciechowski. Gets to the free throw line. Cam Martin got the shot partially blocked and pulled down on the baseline by Alex Totten. We're under 10 minutes to go in this second half of action. Cluxton, top of the key. Totten stops, and a foul is going to be called. And that's going to be a foul, I believe, called against Defiance. That's a foul on Jordan Jury. And into the ball game now is Jacob Trevino. Boy, Josh Gibson is going way deep on his bench here today. Cluxton with the basketball. Bounce pass to Collinsworth. Back to Totten. Pulled up 16-footer from the line. Nope. And the rebound taken down by Jawhausen. Gets it up the floor into the front court to Reed Jury. Jury, obviously a brother. Gets it off on the right sideline. Goes to Reed Jury. Spins into the lane. Threw it up. No. Foul will be called out front. Toby Kerrigan. Not sure if he's mad at the players on the floor or the official. But he turned right away and started yelling at Jalen Goodwin. Line right is number 2, Reed Jury, the 6-foot freshman out of Hopewell Loudon High School. Put that one up around the rim and fell in. So Reed Jury with his first points of the afternoon. 9:17 remaining. Put that one up, good again. And now here goes Defiance with that full court pressure. In the backcourt is Cluxton. Back off to Totten, and they break it across the timeline with Kelvin Turner. Turner gets it now between the circles. 2 traps. Now off to Menninger. Menninger, he's going to drive, get it off to Willard Cluxton. Top of the key, Kelvin Turner for 3. Got it! Turner with his first 3. Lions lead it by 19. 48-29. 8:40 left to go in the ball game. With it, out front, and dumped down underneath as Wojciechowski spins to his right. Put it up too hard. Rebound tapped into the hands of Totten. Boy, the Lions have just smothered Defiance defensively here today. Totten with it off on the right side and gets it left of the lane to Kratzer. Kratzer, who just came in for Collinsworth, goes to Menninger. Now to Turner from the 17-foot range. Got it. Turner's got 5, and it's 50-29. Lions leading it as we're under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. With it, Wojciechowski off to Reed Jury. Jury dribbles down to the right baseline, in against Cluxton. Got this power range, put it up, no, but a foul is going to be called. Away from the ball, a little bit on the ball. And I believe that's going to be on Kelvin Turner, and it will be. That is his first timeout. And we'll have the media timeout. 7:47 left to go in the ball game. Your score from the Harrington Center, it's the Mount 50 and Defiance 29 on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
I wanted to grow my leadership skills, but with work and a busy life, how could I fit it all in? Then I learned Mount St. Joseph University offers a flexible master's program in organizational leadership. For about 1 Saturday a month, I studied and refined my leadership skills alongside working professionals and top-notch professors. I'm now the leader I set out to be. The Mount's organizational leadership program helped me climb higher in my career. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/MSOL.
You're a Lions fan. Own it. And we are the radio home of Mount St. Joseph Lions Sports, UltimateSportsTalk.com. Football, basketball, wrestling, volleyball, softball, baseball. We are Cincinnati's sports website and also the home of the Ohio Baseball Weekly Show every Monday night during the baseball season. We are the home of the Mount St. Joseph Lions, UltimateSportsTalk.com.
And the week of March 12th, I believe, is when the baseball and softball season really gets underway in earnest. And right now we can tell you that the plans are that we will be heading down to Florida with the baseball and softball team and bringing you some of the early season action for both the girls softball team and the men's baseball team. And that's going to be coming up March 12th, the week of March 12th, and it's going to be several games down there that we'll be doing. Chuck Murray, Blake Watson, Chris Morris, and I. Line right, Reed Jury, put it up, no good. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get to see Daytona Beach. Ooh. And the second one by Jury, no good again. And the rebound taken down by Totten. Totten gets it off to Danny Austin, who's into the ball game now. Austin Kratzer gets it to Totten, now back to Turner. Turner with it, left elbow to Kratzer. Bounce pass, good backdoor to Austin, later up, won't go, but he's fouled. And Danny will go to the line. Boy, that was a nice design play by the Lions, and Austin laid it onto the rim with the right hand, or the left hand. And Austin will go to the line as that foul is committed by Jury. Austin hits the free throw. As far as pure shooters go, he is probably the best the Lions have. That one's off the back rim, no good. Just as I say that, the announcer's curse. And it's 51-29. Lions leading it by 22. With it, the basketball is Park. Park now gets it off to Jordan. Jordan drives the lane, and he's fouled by Totten. Totten picks up his first. And that is the third, make it the fourth, against the Lions as a team. Team fouls are evened up at 4 apiece. Jordan goes line right. Jordan today 1 for 1 from the line, and we're not sure why he didn't get 2 on that one, but other than that, that was earlier in the game. Morel Jordan has got the first one. Now he'll shoot the second one. 7:15 left to go. Defiance has scored only 7 points. Second one missed, and the rebound foul over the top. That'll be called on Cam Martin. Defiance has scored only 7 points in this second half. 7. And all 7, now I'm looking at my score sheet, have come by the hand of Jordan. With it is Totten into the free throw circle. Gets it back out to Kratzer. Kratzer standing up between the circles to Totten, 15 on the clock. And a traveling violation will be called against Totten out front. And Defiance will bring it across the timeline. Jury gets it back over on the right-hand side to Cam Martin, left wing, and he stepped out of bounds. Boy, this has been just a raggedy second half by the Yellow Jackets. These two teams will play again on January the 25th up at Defiance on a Wednesday night. Wehie will put it in play as he just came back into the ballgame. So did Willard Cluxton. Kolar, Hollingsworth is in, and so is Garland. In the backcourt, Cluxton stops, gets it into the front court now to Garland. Garland on the left wing to Kolar, on the left baseline to Collinsworth, throws up the shot. No, but a foul will be called, and now a technical foul has been called against Jordan. I believe that's who it's going to be called against. Foul was called against Jordan, got him on the arm, and then we've got a technical foul on Jordan. So Jordan picks up 2 personals, bang, bang. And going line left will be Wehie shooting the shots. Put it up, and it's good. Evans got 4. Now he'll try 5 at the line. The Lions defense has really smothered Jordan here today, even though he's got 13 points in 25 minutes. Now Collinsworth will go to the line, shooting the free throws for the shot that he was fouled on. Collinsworth has got 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field. He's got a 3-pointer. This will be his first trip to the line. Line drive shot, rattled it home. Boy, that was a machine gun right off the back rim, front rim, back and forth, back and forth. Collinsworth has got 6, making 7. As he hits both free throws. Lions leading it by 24. 6.5 remaining. In the front court is Cam Martin. Martin hands it off to Reed Clark. Now back out front. Gets it back off between the circles to Reed Jury. Jury with it, right elbow, Evan Clark. Evan Conrad with it. Now off on the right-hand side to Jacob Trevino. Put up the shot, no, and a rebound taken down by the Lions. 6 minutes to go in the ballgame. Wehie, top of the circle, right of the circle to Collinsworth. Got the ball knocked free, but he regained it out between the circles. Now to Kolar, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Evan Park. And the official says he just gave him a bear hug. Collinsworth is a big boy to try to get your arms around. I'll tell you one thing, I could not do it. You've seen my arms. I've got the gator arms. There's no way I could put my arms around Collinsworth, which he's probably happy about. Collinsworth playing left, got it up and in. Luke's got 8 in the ball game. Came in as the Lions' leading scorer. And that one's around the rim. No. Kolar got the offensive rebound. Park never boxed him out. Off to Collinsworth. On the right side to Cluxton. Back to Collinsworth, right side, fouled by Cam Park. Martin with the foul. That is his second. And that is the 9th against Defiance as a team. So the Lions will be going to the line for the rest of this game, and Collinsworth put it up around the rim, banked in off the board. He has got 9 in the ball game. Second one, good again. Collinsworth with 10. It's a 27-point Lions lead. Into the front court, Jordan on the left wing for the long three is Jury, no good, and the rebound taken down by Collinsworth. 5.5 remaining to go in the ball game. Up the floor, Kolar all alone, right wing three, no. Hit the, bounced high and hit the shot clock, so the turnover will give it back to Defiance. Take a look real quick and see that is the 8th turnover of the ball game against the Lions. Jordan, left wing, goes to Jury for the three. No. Rebound Jury, though. Kicks it back outside for the long three by Trevino. Nope. And the Lions finally corral in the rebound. Cluxton between the circles goes to Collinsworth on the right sideline. Now to Garland. Back out front. Cluxton hands it off to Kolar. Kolar from the right side to the left side, hands it off to Wehie for the three, got it! That's 7 in the ball game for our pregame guest. 60-30, the Lions have doubled up Defiance here in this second half. Jordan with the top of the circle for the long three, nope. Rebound Evan Wehie. The Lions have outscored Defiance 34-7 in this second half of action. 34-7. And the Lions are going to take a timeout just to do some substituting. And now the officials will say it's pretty close to a time for immediate timeout anyway. So that's what we're going to get. 4:17 to go in this ball game. Your score. It's the Mount 60, Defiance 30 on the Mount St. Joseph Radio Network.
For more than a century, Mount St. Joseph University has prepared nursing leaders who serve their patients with the heart of a lion. With flexible undergraduate and graduate programs, the Mount will help you climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/nursing. Teaching is my calling. So when I needed to renew my license, I chose Mount St. Joseph University. The Mount offers the only program in the state of Ohio that allows you to combine 2 education endorsements to earn a graduate degree. In less than 2 years, I combined the reading and gifted intervention specialist endorsements. Classes were convenient, fully online, and I received personal attention from my professors. The Mount helped me climb higher in my career. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/Ohio.
Well, it's really interesting. During that entire timeout, Josh Gibson, the Defiance coach, stood away from his team while they were in a huddle. No assistant coaches were talking to the team. And Gibson spent the entire timeout talking with his star, Morrell Jordan, and just coaching him on what to do when these situations arise again. And Jordan will leave the ball game. Lions, Kosciuszko into the contest for the Lions. Also into the contest is Brandon Barber for Mount St. Joseph. Mike McKenzie in also. Kosciuszko with it, top of the circle. Left wing goes to Josh Pate. Now back out front, and it goes to Barber. Barber gets it off to Kosciuszko for the left-hand shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Defiance. With the basketball into the front court is Reed Jury. Jury between the circles, hands it off to Grant Johnson. Now gets it underneath on a nice give and go for the layup by Trevino. Trevino got the bucket. It's 60-32. That is just the 9th point scored by Bluffton in this second half. That point put up. And going line left is going to be Kosciuszko. And now the officials are going to talk with Josh Gibson about who can substitute and who can't. And I don't think they are going to allow anybody to come into the ball game. Well, it's a no media timeout, coach's decision. Neither coach. They want to get home and crack open the bottles of champagne. And putting it up and in from the free throw line is Kosciuszko. Kosciuszko with his first point of the ball game. 3.5 remaining. Second one good again. We'll talk with head coach Toby Kerrigan after this afternoon's big win for the Lions here today. With the top of the key, Cam Martin on the left sideline to Jury. Jury looking down low, can't find anyone. Inside pass made to Cam Martin. Back over on the left baseline to Jury for the three, no good. Rebound chased down out front and taken down on the play by Trevino. Trevino with the basketball. Bounce pass top of the key to Martin with under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. On the left wing to Reed Jury. Reed Jury with the basketball around a pick set by him. Now takes it all the way to the hole, laid it up and in. Reed Jury in the ball game. Nice little move to the bucket. And he has got 2 points in the ball game. With the basketball. Top of the key, Kosciuszko for three, no good. Rebound tapped outside. Taking it all the way up the floor. Defiance bringing it up, and there's going to be a foul call away from the ball. Bringing it up. And that's going to be a Kosciuszko. Kosciuszko with his first personal. Check a stat here for you at the end of this play here. Inbounds pass Trevino. Trevino with the basketball, gets it off to Cam Martin. Cam Martin shoots the long three, no good, and the rebound taken down. And the ball taken down by the Mount. They get the ball up to Kosciuszko, long three by Leary, got it! Kosciuszko's got 5, coming back the other way, Trevino. We're under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. With the basketball on the right-hand side, Jury. Jury tried to get it back over to Trevino and does. Trying to fall out of bounds, but wasn't going to allow that to happen. And the pass, it's going to be an offensive foul called on the pick. Fouled against Cam Martin. 1:40 to go. Don't forget, at the end of the game, we'll do the stats and stories, have our interviews. Boy, if I had my druthers here today, who would I want to talk to on the Lions? A real good question. With the basketball, Bate on the right wing it goes. Over on the left-hand side, Kosciuszko. Bounce pass underneath to Beard. Beard back out front. Top of the key, Bate. Bate 9 on the clock, all the way to the hole. Throws it up short, and the rebound taken down by Defiance. They'll bring it up the floor. Jury, top of the circle, feeds it over on the right-hand side to Grant Johnson. Johnson back up front. Long three on the shot by Jawhausen. Missed it off the front iron. Rebound Bate. Bate will get it up the floor into the front court. Goes to Beard on the right side. It's McKenzie. McKenzie with 50 seconds to go in the game. Bounce pass back to Beard. Beard lost the handle, and a foul is going to be called. And that's going to be on Beard. Now the Lions are making wholesale substitutions to end this ball game. And Cam Martin, I thought there for a minute he was going to foul out, but nope, he's only got 4. Line left is Beard. Brandon Beard, the 6'7" senior out of Lansing, Michigan. He and Jack Kolar transferred from Defiance down here to the Mount 2 years ago. Beard put it up again. Crowd loves it. Team loves it. I love it. Kosciuszko out of the ball game. Second one by Beard. Good again. Beard with 2. He'll leave the ball game. Into the contest now for the Lions is Justice Channels. With it over on the right side, knocked away and out of bounds by Brandon Dangerfield. 40.2 to go. Putting into play is Jury. And he's going to inbound it out front to Cam Martin, out to Jury. With it is Brandon Jury. And he's going to get hit with a foul called. And that will be called against the Lions. And it should be called against Cam Christie. Christie out of Union, Kentucky, a 6'4" freshman. And it was his first foul of the year. 31.1 seconds to go. Inbounds, they dump it down low to Cam Martin. Turnaround 5-footer in front of the lane, right in the key, no good. Rebound tapped around, comes into the hands of Bate. Channels with the basketball. Gets it on the left-hand side to Dangerfield. Dangerfield, he's going to dribble right baseline, throws it up with the left hand, missed it, and he grabbed it out of the air at the same time, and that's a traveling violation. Turnovers today, we said the Lions had to stay under 10. They had 9. I'm a prophet. 6 seconds to go. Lions are going to win it by a big margin here today. Throw up a shot, no good, and that's your final score. The Lions win it here this afternoon by a final of 67-34 here in the ballgame. They outscored Defiance in this contest, folks, in the second half. Just want to take a look at what that was in the second half and how much they outscored Defiance by, and we'll tell you what that was here when we come back. But we're going to take a look at the stats, stories, and interview head coach Toby Kerrigan. We'll do that right after these timeouts.
The School of Health Sciences at Mount St. Joseph University is a proven leader in healthcare education. The Mount offers bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees in nursing, including a blended online RN to BSN program and the innovative MSN Magellan program. For nearly 100 years, Mount St. Joseph University has produced outstanding healthcare professionals. Learn more at msj.edu/healthsciences.
Take your game to new heights at Mount St. Joseph University, where Division III champions are made. We coach our Lions to become leaders who will win on the field and in their career. With 23 athletic teams and cutting-edge facilities, we are the NCAA Division III university in Greater Cincinnati. Are you ready to compete with the heart of a Lion and become our next champion? Learn more at msjlions.com.
Changing lives is what great teachers do, and as I saw more students struggling to read, I looked to Mount St. Joseph University for help. The Mount is a national leader in reading science with highly effective research-based methods. Their faculty equipped me to teach students with a range of learning differences, and I was able to make an immediate impact in the classroom. The Mount's fully online reading science program helped me climb higher in my career, but more importantly, is improving the lives of my students. Begin your ascent at msj.edu/read.
Welcome back here to the Harrington Center, where the Lions have won it here this afternoon by a final score of 67-34. The Lions have not put up a defensive performance like this in probably the last 5 or 6 seasons. Matter of fact, I even had to double check this when I looked at my own math. The Lions outscored Defiance in the second half 41-11 to win it going away, 67-34. They only gave up 11 points in that second half of action. Defiance in the second half was 4 of 25 from the field for 16%. They end up 14 of 50 for 28% here this afternoon, shooting as a team. They hit only one three-pointer, and that was from Morel Jordan early in the ball game. They were 1 of 17 in the game, 0 for 11 in the second half. And from the free throw line, they were 5 of 8. Just an unbelievable defensive performance here this afternoon by the Lions against one of the highest scoring teams in the Defiance Yellow Jackets. As a matter of fact, I want to take a look at a couple of different stats, but I'm not going to be able to here in the amount of time that we've got. But this might have been, it was absolutely the lowest point total that Defiance has scored this year, just 34 points. And it was obviously the least amount of points that the Lions gave up on the season in any particular ball game, winning it by the final score of 33 points, 67-64. Leading the way for the Mount in this ball game as far as the points were concerned was Dane Gardner. He had 14 points in the ball game. Jack Kolar had 10, and Luke Collinsworth came off the bench with 10 points in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players scored in this game for the Lions in this contest, and they had 3 players in double figures. As far as Defiance is concerned, Morel Jordan was the only one in double figures. He had 13 points in the first half, or in the ball game, and he had 5 of them in the second half. He was 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Lions win it here this afternoon by the final of 67-34. Big win for the Lions. They are now 2-2 in the Heartland Conference. They break their 4-game losing streak. They are now 3-8 and 3-1 here at home. They'll be back in action on Wednesday night against Hanover, right back here at the Harrington Center. And believe me, folks, if they play today like they did today on Wednesday night, they're going to give Hanover a run for their money. Defiance now drops to 5-6 overall, and they are 0-4 in Heartland Conference play after today's loss to the Lions. The Lions now are behind Defiance in the all-time series. Defiance has won 23, and the Lions have won 22 in the all-time series. And before we leave, here we've got Dane Gardner up here. And
Dane, it's a week too late. I talked to you in the pregame show last week. Boy, I tell you what, they could not stop you down low, and you did what every good basketball player does, and that is when they can't stop you, just keep doing the same thing. Just keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, exactly. You said it perfectly yourself. Keep it simple, stupid. I mean, that we started getting me the ball early down there, and as soon as I got my first 2 buckets, they're like, oh, we're going to keep feeding you, Dane. I was like, I got you.
Yeah, and I mean, they didn't do anything physically against you that you could not handle here today.
Yeah, they tried sending a couple doubles, and then when they sent the doubles, I kicked it out to my teammates. They hit their shots. Like, we just looked really good today, and I can't be any happier.
Have you ever been involved in a game that has been this dominating in the second half defensively?
I don't think so. I mean, even through high school or probably throughout my whole life, like, we played really good defense. I think we only gave up 11 in the second half. We played really good defense, and that's what we came in to do today. Like, I know we won by a lot, but our defense won us this game today.
And on top of that, if you look at the shot chart here, Dane, just in the second half, they were 4 of 25 shooting in just the second half and 0 of 11 from three-point range. Just an outstanding performance.
Yeah, we were drilling their plays and drilling guarding it all week. We really locked in today, and that was our goal, just to play defense and make sure they didn't get easy shots up.
This thing is starting to turn, isn't it, as a team? You guys are looking a lot better.
Yeah, I think we are looking a lot better. Conference play starting. We were really locked in for this game. We really wanted this win, and us being locked in, that just helped us.
Dane, congratulations. Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Don't do anything too much tonight, okay?
For sure. You know I won't.
All right, Dane Gardner, our guest here this afternoon after this one. Dane finished up the ball game with 14 points. Toby, boy, I'll tell you what, have you ever had a game where you have been that dominating in a second half or even any half of a ball game?
Guys played good defense. I mean, that was what it came. We started out the half good, right? Got some stops, made some shots, and kind of took the air out of them a little bit. And like I said, these guys did a great job defensively.
You're trying to be humble about this, but I know you got to be smiling inside big time because this team really came through defensively in the second half.
Well, I mean, we held them to 1 for 17 from 3, and they got some guys that can really shoot it. So, like I said, those guys stayed disciplined on staying out on those guys and not letting them catch and shoot. At the same time, being able to stay in the gaps and help on drives, especially with Jordan, who, you know, he scored 13 points, I think.
Yeah. 13.
13. So, I mean, he's still going to score, but held him to what he, under what he typically does. So it was a good defensive effort.
And I know when you look at the field goal percentage in the second half, you're going to see they shot only 25% in that second half from the field. So you got to be really happy about that.
Yeah, I just thought we didn't give them a lot of open looks, and we didn't have live ball turnovers, right? So you limit those. Now they have to take guarded 5-on-5 shots as opposed to getting out in transition. So the things we needed to do, play good defense, not turn the ball over, to keep them slowed down offensively, we did a good job of. Those guys did a great job.
And you hit shots.
And it doesn't hurt to hit some shots, right? Jack got going a little bit there in the second half, and Wehie made some shots, had 10 rebounds. He was pretty happy about his first 10 rebounds he's had in a while. I know in college, I don't know about high school if he ever had any. So.
Well, overall, you've got to be extremely pleased. Now you can't let this one just gel. You've got to be able to celebrate it at least for a day and turn your attention towards Hanover on Wednesday night, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're, in my opinion, the best team in the league. And so, yeah, we have to be as good defensively, if not better, so to even hang around. So,
before I let you go, I've got to ask you this. Can you feel the tide turning just a little bit?
I just think guys have always continued to try to do what we're asking them to do. So if you mean, are they starting to get it a little bit, then yeah, I think so. And the pace at which we try to do things offensively is picked up because everybody has a better idea of what they're doing. So it's a little faster. So, yeah, I mean, I would like to think that. Now, you know how it goes. Tomorrow could be absolutely different story, but yeah, for sure.
Maybe the way I'm trying to ask it is, do you feel like they're starting to get an identity as a team?
Well, we've talked about since Christmas, like we have to be able to guard people. So if our identity is we're going to guard people, then I'm all for that. So
you did it today.
We did it today.
Happy New Year, Coach. See you on Wednesday.
You too. Thanks, Dave.
Toby Kerrigan after this afternoon's ball game. A big win by the Lions here today, 67-34. We'll be back to wrap it up after these timeouts.
Where are you headed? Where would you like to go? New heights, right? At Mount St. Joseph University, we integrate academic excellence, real-world experience, and individual attention so that you can climb higher. Begin your ascent at msj.edu.
In the game of life, it's not how far you can throw the ball.
It's not how high you can fly.
It's not how fast you can run. Or how many touchdowns you can score that matters. It's really how you play the game that counts.
Because the game only lasts 4 quarters. For a few years. For that moment in time.
Good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. Sportsmanship.
Lasts a lifetime.
So the Lions win it here today by a final of 67-34, and they go to a record of 3-8 overall. They're now 2-2 in Heartland Conference play. Defiance drops to 5-6. They are 0-4 in the Heartland Conference. Several people to thank here this afternoon. To everybody up at Defiance for helping us out here today. To Dr. Williams for allowing us permission to broadcast these ball games for you. Also to Melanie Wagner, the athletic director, Blake Watson, sports information director, and of course to all of our sponsors, to Taylor Sunderhouse back at the station spinning the dials, and to Greg Mitchell, our producers here today. But most of all, our thanks go out to you for listening, and make sure you have a safe and happy New Year tonight. Don't do anything that would keep you away from listening to Wednesday night's ball game at 7:30 here from the Harrington Center against the Hanover Panthers. I'm Dave Mitchell. It's been a pleasure bringing you these ball games here this afternoon and with the regular season throughout the rest of the regular season. And until then, until next week on Wednesday night, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Dave Mitchell. Have a good night.